Hello, welcome to White Davy Gardening and Worm Farm. Today we're going to be checking on our African nightcrawlers because we are getting the bin ready for harvesting. So I have not been feeding this bin, well, apart from a mandarin that I put in here a few days ago. Just because I had it, but the aim is to get this bin harvested. So I'm just, oh, it feels so good, checking on it to see where it is at. Maybe I should get you guys a little bit closer. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. How close are we to harvesting this bin? I noticed that I'm seeing more worms on this side. Oh, so this thing is deteriorating compared to when I put it in there. It has a bigger hole than what was there, but I'm not seeing any worms in it, which is expected because mandarin rind is acidic. I'm looking for food scraps. I'm not sure which side it is that I fed the food scraps. I don't think it is this side though. The side that I usually feed, I would expect to find more paper on that side and more pieces of the, what is it called? More pieces of the sweet potato stem or slip that I had in here. Yes, this is definitely the side because I see more paper on this side. So let's see what they did with that food scrap. They're going through the paper pretty fast though. Oh, I see we still have a corn cob. This has been in here from maybe the second or third feeding of this bin. Still have a mango seed. But most of the paper, if you guys recall when I was combining the two African nightcrawler bins, I stocked practically all of the bedding that was in here on this side, and I marked it with these sweet potato slips. Now pretty soon I won't be able to use these slips because, as you see, it has no substance in it anymore. It is just the outer layer that remains. For that piece, it is the same for this one. It's just the outer layer, so the worms have gone through that, and most of this, in fact, you can see how mushy this portion right here is that is squeezing out. So pretty much just this green section is left. So the worms have indeed gone through all of the food that I put in here. So I think I'm gonna have to give them a feeding, but I'm not going to give them a lot of food because I want them to work on the bedding that is in here. So, oh, sorry, little wormy, don't fall. I'm going to give them back their corn cob and the mango seed and what's left of the sweet potato slip, their mandarin. Okay, so I know this bin heats up very easily. Of all my bins, the African nightcrawler bin tends to eat up more than the others. So I'm giving them some worm chow, but I'm trying not to give them a lot in one location because worm chow produce a lot of heat and the African nightcrawler worm bin produce a lot of heat. I don't know what it is about this bin, why it produces so much heat in comparison to the other worm bins, but anyway, I still have the skin of the tomatoes that they were fed. Yes, I'm putting the worm chow in small layers or thin layers so that the bin won't overheat. And because these worms like to come up on the surface when the bin gets a little too warm for them, so I'm adding some of the worm chow to the surface as well. Let's see how long it's gonna take them to finish off this material. I don't want to give them a lot because the aim is to make them process the bedding that is in there as much as possible and allow the material to dry out a bit more so that I'll be able to harvest pretty soon. So if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more updates on how this African nightcrawler worm bin is doing, please take a moment to give me a thumbs up. You can leave a comment in the section below. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and turn on your notification for more updates like this. Thank you so much for watching and have yourself a wonderful day. Yeah man, time for grow.